Now.
You traumatized a generation limit. How dare you?
I was lazy. I didn't really feel like putting stamps in the other video.
You're gonna get. You gave a bunch of little baby 5-year-olds the nightmares.
Yeah, it sounds like that sounds like a them problem, not a me problem. What is going on nowadays?
What?
Were you silent for like a few seconds?
No.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
I was just torment. I was tormenting myself by looking at disturbed stuff.
Were you silent for for a few seconds?
Yeah, I was.
All right.
So you won't hear my screams of terror at what I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, well, for those who saw the last video, my limit. Hello.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, never mind. I thought you left. But yeah, as you can tell, my the wallpaper of my iPad is a guy being melted into semen. And by the way, spoilers for V3. It's a long story that you don't want to know.
Yeah, I
It
don't want
involves
to
his
know.
sister. It involves his sister.
Oh God.
Like if you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, let me. You don't want to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that made me sad.
What like one of the first comments?
Sad.
The depths of space hold secrets beyond our comprehension, but these sage superheroes have seen more of it than any of us could ever hope
I
to.
swear.
He's with my
another
boomstick, and it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who will win a death battle.
Yeah, and I need to leave. I need to leave really quick. I need to leave really quick. I need to connect my headphones.
Okay.
Dan, it says for me on your end that you have unstable connection. Hope everything's okay over there.
Don't worry. I'm good. Don't worry.
All right.
I don't know why I would say that, but don't worry. I have decent connection.
Looked upon the night sky. The stars have beckoned the brave to search the unknown and explore its endless wonders.
Like Dr. Solardell.
Oh, I wanted to see a tentacle hentai joke.
Dr. Pepper is a doctor. This guy's got no formal education, but that didn't stop him from messing around with some ancient tech he stumbled upon.
He was desperate to live out his boyhood dreams of exploring the cosmos. So with the tech's advanced capabilities, Erdell created a machine that would bring the cosmos to him.
He pointed the machine at Mars, pushed a button, and hoped for the best. And it worked! Erdell summoned a real-life Martian right before his very eyes. So remember, kids, when in doubt, just push buttons. Never fails.
The mysterious and powerful alien known as John Jones, the Martian Manhunter, immediately started
Yeah,
using
because
his
John
incredible
Jones are
powers in
names
front of the
from
Doctor,
Mars.
like mind reading
Yep.
and shape-shifting.
Which was just the tip of Erdell's discoveries. Turns out, Martians have complete control over their bodies and can transform into practically anything, like a freaking dragon, an exact duplicate of Wonder Woman down to her central nervous system, or even a
Maybe.
totally generic green monster that loves choco cookies.
They can also
Maybe.
shoot lasers from their eyes, fire psionic blasts, turn invisible, and phase through anything. Even Green Lantern constructs and force fields that Superman couldn't get through.
On top of all that, they've got a crazy healing factor. John has regenerated back from a single limb, tiny pieces, or even a puddle of goo.
This display of awe-inspiring power overwhelmed Dr. Erdell's poor human heart and caused him to die in the Martian's arms.
Damn! Well, at least he accomplished his goal before he bit the red dust, right? Anyway, John used
Yeah.
his shapeshifting
Mhm.
abilities
At least
to
he
hide
died
amongst
doing
his
what he
new
loved.
world by assuming
Yeah.
the identity of a recently deceased detective named John Jones. God, what a crazy coincidence, comic book writer, you clever man.
Detective John Jones lived a double
Wow,
life
what a
on
weird
Earth for many
coincidence.
years, solving cases and helping
Yeah.
as many people as he could from the shadows. But eventually, he
They're
stepped
like,
out,
can't believe
revealing himself
John
to the
fucking
world
Jones is
and
an
helped
actual
found
name
the
from
Justice
goddamn
League of
Mars.
America.
And
Uh-huh.
John definitely holds his own in the supergroup.
Like,
He
what's
once
next?
pulled the
Uh,
Earth alongside
Are
Wonder
we gonna see like
Superman,
a
who
planet
has
from
stated
more
that of
billion
all
light
the
years away from Earth?
beings in the known
Probably.
universe, he would be afraid to
And
fight
the
shit.
people and there's an alien named
Superman wouldn't be who's basically
God,
evil
that'll be
Superman from
dumb.
another universe. And
Damn,
That'd
it
be
is.
dumb.
Damn, your voice
Shadow
and
with his punches.
damn, your voice and the stream is lagging on this side.
Oh crap! Oh, sorry about
Evil
that.
Superman
Yeah, that's
from
right.
another universe.
He took a blast from Asmodel, the king angel from a literal army of heaven. He's held his own against Darkseid, the manifestation of tyranny in the DC universe. And he's fast enough to catch up to Supergirl and Superman, who we know flies so fast he can burst the bonds of infinity. So basically, he's just as strong and just as fast as a bunch of crazy gods and demons.
While Jean's strength and speed are obviously very impressive, it's also no secret that his greatest asset is his mind. He's one of the most powerful telepaths in all of the DC universe.
He reads minds, duh, but he can also shut them down altogether. And he once made Mr. Plexiglass.
Just call him. Just call him Mixie.
I'm not.
Literally, it's simply called Mixie.
Mr. Mixed Pickles, fuck your
Call
name,
him
that's
Mix-
whatever. Anyway, he got him to subconsciously say his own name backwards, which God only knows because I can't say it
I can't wait for when they do Mixie versus Q from Star
forwards,
Trek.
which canceled out his powers.
His psychic defenses were strong enough to protect the Justice League against a worldwide telepathic attack, and his ability to sense people's feelings is so strong, he can feel every sentient being in the entire galaxy.
And he once outthought Perpetua from the Omniverse. Who's that, you ask? Oh, just the freaking creator of the entire multiverse. She's basically the god of everything.
Jean needed to connect his
I
consciousness
thought that
with
the
everyone on
prisons in the
Earth
writer
before
were that.
Perpetua could
How
catch
dare
up.
you?
He pulled this off by using
Biatch.
his mental abilities within the span of
Mhm.
blank time. Literally the smallest possible measurement of time. In the time it takes you to count to 1, Jean could count to 1 and fly across the universe and back over 200 sextillion times.
He outthought God. He's a faster thinker than God. And it didn't end there. John took a punch from her and walked away with just a bloody nose. And when she disintegrated him into basically nothing, he regenerated back from a hit from God.
Batman has said that in order to kill Jean for good, you would have to literally destroy every single atom in his body, one by one.
God damn. If I didn't love alliteration so much, I'd say we change this guy's
Yeah.
name to Martian God Hunter or something. He's basically invincible, right?
Not
Yeah,
quite.
basically
Jean
Space
is not without
Kratos.
weakness. He has a
Mhm.
very real vulnerability to fire. At times, it has completely overwhelmed him to the point where he loses control of his body.
Ugh.
Not just literal fire either. John was once tricked into just thinking he was surrounded by fire, and that was enough for him.
Even still, Jean has been able to overcome this weakness. He's fought enemies with fire abilities and even taken hits from fire attacks, which leads me to believe the weakness, while potent and still able to cause real physical harm, is mainly psychosomatic. What are you doing?
I heard what you said. Weakness to fire is
Ugh.
just in your head. I'll be a living god!
Ugh.
Another win in the mind column for
Ugh.
sure. And to think
That
there's
was
a whole
painful.
planet of these guys
Mhm.
out there.
Unfortunately, that's no
How
longer
does
the case.
Glimpse keep
Before
surviving
Dr.
this
Dell's
shit?
strange
Does
experiment,
Liz
Jean's
keep
own
cloning
brother
Gloomstick
used
or
the
something?
Martians' telepathic connection to each other against them, and the entire planet was plagued with Ronmir's curse.
As long as they stayed telepathically connected, every Martian was vulnerable to a mental fire that would overwhelm them and burn them from the inside out.
Which sadly worked very well, because the fear of fire is something Jean shares with his fellow Martians. Centuries earlier, the Guardians of the Universe, a group of immortal aliens who run the Green Lantern Corps, feared that the
thanks for the
Martian race
tip.
could become too strong. So they programmed the Martians with that
I had to
genetic
say that.
weakness to fire.
I had
Yeah.
to say
John was
that.
able to survive the fiery curse by cutting off his mental connection to his people, including his family. Unfortunately, his wife, Myria, and their daughter couldn't live with the isolation, and he had no choice but to watch them give in and burn alive. Damn.
Racked with grief and survivor's guilt, Jean was left to wander his homeworld all alone. His only solace being shape-shifting into his lost loved ones to convince himself they were still alive.
Oh my god. Jesus,
Oh
John.
man.
That is so sad.
That pain has
Well,
undoubtedly
that's
shaped
kinda
who
fucked.
Jean is. In fact, the
That's kinda
trauma he
fucked.
held onto so tightly formed a literal spiritual connection with those lost souls. A telepathic connection so strong, it kept them from finding peace in an afterlife. Let me say that again. His grief and telepathy were so strong, he prevented an entire race of people from moving on to the afterlife.
It wasn't until years later that John could return to Mars and release those souls by finally letting go. And not to forget them, but to embrace his new life and his new home. A place he would defend time and time again to make sure the Earth never suffers a fate similar to Mars.
To experience all of that, to truly know what it feels like to be alone in the vast universe, but continue to use your wisdom and power to help those in need, is what makes the Martian Manhunter such a noble hero.
On a planet packed with other incredible heroes, John really has set himself apart. He's risen through the ashes and emerged, the heart and soul of the Justice League.
Can I say how disappointed I am that they got rid of the transition clips? I'm really disappointed about that.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm really sad that they removed those. I really like
Like
those a lot.
for example, like the ones, if they didn't, the ones for Omniverse Homeland would have been raw as absolute shit.
Yeah.
Zen La, a virtual utopia, free from any and all crime, poverty, and disease.
And home to Norin Rad, which I've gotta say is the sickest, most radical name I have ever heard in my entire life. He was a brainy kid who was raised to live a life of reason and intellect over one of gnarly adventure.
That is, until the technologically advanced society came under threat from the Devourer of Worlds, Galactus.
So Norin struck up a deal with the World Muncher. In exchange for sparing his planet, Mr. Red offered to leave his home behind, become Galactus's herald, and seek out new planets for him to scarf down.
And once Galactus agreed to the deal, he imbued his new herald with the power cosmic, transforming him into the Silver Surfer.
An equally tubular name. 2 for 2. Wow, you rarely see it.
The power cosmic grants the Surfer
I
near
need a name that
unlimited
actually
energy,
feel
as
like
well as matter
an
manipulation,
extraterrestrial
phasing,
name.
super strength, speed, and
Mhm.
invulnerability, just to name a few.
The Surfers basically got all of Galactus' space magic, just on a smaller scale. And Galactus uses that power to fight guys like the In-Betweener, an abstract being from the overspace.
The Surfer used the power cosmic to serve Galactus diligently for nearly 100 years, during which he ensured that the planets consumed were devoid of sentient life.
That is, until the Surfer accidentally offered up a planet
Oof.
with life, which drove him crazy with guilt. So Galactus tried his best to suppress the Surfer's emotions, erase the painful memories, and make it easier for him to find planets with tasty, delicious life, guilt-free. How nice of him.
And it worked for a while, until the Surfer reached Earth. Galactus's mighty mind manipulation wasn't enough to bury the Surfer's true nature for good. With the help of Alicia Masters and the Fantastic Four, the Surfer turned against his overlord and saved the Earth from being eaten.
But even after all that, Galactus just let the Surfer keep his powers. At any point, he could have just taken them back.
Being the source of the Surfer's powers, yes, he could. But Galactus has continued to let the Surfer have the power cosmic out of respect for his first herald.
Damn. See, that's the kind of respect I'm asking from you. Anyway, ever since those mental gymnastics with Galactus, the Surfer made sure nothing like that would ever happen again.
And he's been successful, like when Psycho Man failed to trick the Surfer with his illusions, or when he was briefly trapped in the Supreme Intelligence's mind when it was using the Mind Stone.
With some of those mental threats behind him, he could finally take to the spaceways, kick ass, and monologue about the meaning of life in the universe.
All of which he's quite good at, especially that last one. It's thanks to the abilities afforded to him through all that cosmic energy.
It's seriously crazy. He can rearrange the molecules of anything he wants into anything he wants. He can force you to just feel pain in general, and he can even control elements, not just earth, wind, and fire, but anything in a boogie wonderland like gravity and the weather.
He's got enough power and energy inside him that he once created an infant star to serve as a new light source in a universe devoid of light.
So just when he needed it, he was able to pop out a baby son? That's convenient.
That's the power cosmic.
But we can't forget about the sick board he shreds the stars with. This thing's basically an extension of himself. He can transform it into a sweet sword or into pure cosmic energy. And if it breaks, he can just form a new one.
On his board, the Surfer has traveled at incalculable speeds on multiple occasions. He can fly faster than Thor, and even once flew so fast he reached the future.
Even without his board, he once broke free from energy shackles that would zap away his power within the next nanosecond. Gnarly, brah. He once outsurfed a wave of universal destruction.
Oh no, he
had to
burned.
surf out of all of existence.
Surfer Boomstick exists.
Now, I've seen some
Yeah. Wait, that fucking red face? Oh my god. Oh my god, Boomstick, how racist of you.
waves in my day, but if you
How
ask me,
racist of you.
1-2 best for
You
watching
goddamn
TV
Confederate.
brew.
You're, hitting it real hard with all this surfing lingo. He's honestly not that kind of guy at all.
Righteously disagree with you, dude. You are carving up my brainwaves into an A-frame swell that I just can't bail. I'm waxed, man, waxed.
Dude,
The
Sliver's
Surfer
pretty
is a
chill.
tragic
Maybe
figure
you
who is
like
always weighing
Jonah
his choices through
something.
every angle of morality. Like when he set out to destroy the new host of the Star Brand, an energy source that grants his wielders virtually infinite power, capable of wiping out all life on Earth.
The Star Brand seems to choose a new unknowing host at random. Could be a good guy, could be the most evil person to ever exist. But despite that threat, the Surfer spared the new Star Brand once he found out she was carrying a child.
He decided to bear the weight of any potential consequences on his own shoulders, instead of squashing any and all hope that the child would use that power for good.
I get it. He's a righteous dude on a surfboard.
Exactly. And in the Surfer's case, a keen sense of morality also comes with a keen sense of his surroundings in general. He can see enemies even when they're invisible, and can sense incoming threats, to the point where he can sense someone approaching even before they've left their own home.
He can also absorb energy his opponents throw at him. Anything from psionic energy to a freaking star. The Surfer can even do it when he's on death's door. Hey, Wiz, what do you think the doormat on death's door says? Probably like, knock 'em dead, right?
I don't... What are you talking... Now, it does take a lot to get the Surfer to death's door. He's taken a blast from the Infinity Stone.
Again,
survived
that's a
being
fucking
smashed into
joke.
pieces, crashed into the Big Bang, and...
Well, again, that
with a
fucking
star.
joke.
He
Come
caught
on.
it and then threw it right back at that punk Deadpool. Ha! I hope you like a big ball of gas in your face, you tool.
You know, they could have easily had that be a really unfunny Deadpool cameo, so I'm glad that they didn't.
I am very glad that they didn't. Like how they did in
Yeah.
like how they did in in Ghost Rider versus Spawn and Ghost Rider versus Lobo.
Okay, I actually found that one to be pretty funny, but speaking of Lobo, I think that they should have saved Ghost Rider for Spawn when they bring Spawn back. Use Lobo to kill off Deadpool instead, and then just have a different mask episode for season 6. I think that would make a lot more sense
Yeah, probably.
organically.
Yeah, probably.
Reed
Yeah.
Richards, the smartest
Yeah.
man alive, has said that the Surfer is probably the most powerful being in all the galaxy.
And even after years spent drifting through the galaxy, he's still built strong bonds, like with the Fantastic Four, the Defenders, and with people like Dawn Greenwood.
But somehow, he always ends up alone in space, searching searching for answers, searching for beings that need his help, searching for something that could replace the home that he lost all those years ago.
Only to be weighed down by the guilt of his servitude and the pain of his sacrifice, which was ultimately done in vain. Cause it doesn't seem to matter what the surfer does. Zenla is destined for destruction. At this point, his home world has been destroyed 4 times over.
Despite it all, this tragic hero still manages to take everything in stride as he surfs the stars and fights tirelessly to preserve every being's right to live.
All right, Limit. Who do you think wins?
Off of what they said in the analysis, I'm probably gonna have to like go with Martian Manhunter.
All right. Let me just say that I'm definitely rooting for both, but I can't really say I'm sure who wins. To be honest, neither do I really care about who wins. But
The thing is,
let me say
the thing is that I really like Silver Surfer, so I'm kind of hoping he wins.
Yeah. If he does lose, I'll be sad. But I still like Martian sort of stuff. Do you want to hear something weird about this being the mid-season finale?
What is it?
I think that if they were, I'm guessing this might be the last Marvel vs. DC fight that they do, and I hope that ages well. And unless if it is, I think it would be a lot better if they were to just have this be in the second half of the season, and they're to have something else in the first half, like Vera vs. Obito or Guts vs. Dimitri, but the mid-season finale instead. I think that would make a lot more sense.
Yeah, true.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's
Oh my God! It's Superhero Squad show. Literally, DC.
Hey, based.
Chaos versus Superhero Squad show Doom when?
When? Exactly when?
When, you stupid bastards.
In all of my journeys, I have never seen anything quite like this.
I assumed your journeys would have made you rather familiar with places like this, Norrinrad. Or should I say, Silver Surfer?
Oof.
Now, tell me why you have summoned me here.
Enough!
I love how they just title drop the track. That's funny.
Yep.
What are you hiding? Tell me your secrets.
I must end this.
There is no use in hiding.
I can feel your presence.
Wow.
Okay, I'll admit that looks fucking sick. Like, honestly, that straight up looks like something I'd see in Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with the art style. Like, that actually looks fucking sick.
I've never seen Rise in TMNT, but that's probably like a good description. That's really a good description of it.
Yeah, like, oh my God.
Nothing can best Martian might.
Your will is admirable, but will alone is not enough. Feel the pain.
You and I possess the same knowledge.
That only one of us can survive, and we know not why.
I hope you can live with the uncertainty.
Victory comes with no certain satisfaction. I may never know why we were made to fight, if violence is ever truly justified. But perhaps there is something worthy in the battle.
Myria.
Something beyond my understanding.
Okay.
I gotta say that's probably a really good death.
Such beautiful souls to fight to the
Yeah.
death.
Both the Silver Surfer and the Martian Manhunter were two extraordinarily powerful beings, each with very wide power sets.
So they both had counters for almost everything they could throw at each other. They could both phase through objects, rearrange molecules, and regenerate their own bodies.
But arguably the biggest thing on the Martian Manhunter's side was his formidable telepathy. The Surfer has had his memories erased and his emotions manipulated by Galactus. So it would stand to reason that Jean could pose a mental threat to the Surfer.
But the Surfer has resisted mental attacks many times. When Psycho Man
Wait, how were they able to afford the budget for that transformation? My God.
Exactly.
I really thought they were like, well, how about we just make that spread and we say, no. How about we try with it?
Who
Yeah.
had the power to put the other down for good?
They both have some serious healing factors and have come back from basically nothing. But if ending Martian Manhunter meant destroying his every atom one by one, the Surfer has the means to make that happen thanks to the seemingly endless well of energy that is the power cosmic.
It's truly an overwhelming source of unlimited power. And outside of Galactus stripping the power away from him, the Surfer is never without it.
It's like a battery. Even if Jean could drain all of the cosmic energy, the Surfer can just recharge it. And he's used that power to destroy planets, defeat Galactus-level threats, and can basically accomplish anything with it.
While both of these philosophic heroes tend to hold back out of a respect for life, there's obviously no holding back here, and the depth of Silver Surfer's abilities gave him the win.
This Martian was harsh in his mellow. So
Really, take that makeup off, you disgusting freak.
I think he got himself tanned.
Goodbye.
Oh, I do. I'm just joking.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Bodacious Cowabunga Hang 10 Ninja Turtles.
The winner is
Is that referencing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Oh, do I smell Splinter versus Shifu, or The Last Ronin versus versus Old Man Logan? Do I smell that? Come on, do I smell that?
Sorry to disappoint, but the two symbols that could have resembled Splinter vs. Shifu were already taken, and there's no real way, nothing really to resemble Old Man Logan vs. Last Ronin. Sorry, man. Sorry.
It's better have it next season then.
Yeah. But no predictions this time because we already know what's next. So let's see. What is going to be the mid-season premiere after we wait 3 months to see what the episode to bring the season back on its mid-season break and bring it on the second half.
Yeah. Yeah, we already know what it is.
Spoilers.
Thanks for watching.
And to be honest, I already know how I'm gonna react. I'm gonna react with a straight face, with boredom. I'm not gonna care about this next time.
On the other hand, I'm gonna be really excited for that.
And click the join button to get new perks and extra content. Planet level members even see death battles before anyone else, so don't miss out.
Yep, there it is. There it is. Bill Cipher versus Discord. Okay.
Now,
Yeah. What do I think? I do not care.
okay. I'm really worried about the waiting period. Not because of the matchup itself, but
The debate. The debate. The damn debate. It's gonna be a pain. It's gonna be a pain to sit through.
No, it's not that either. It's the release date on YouTube. I'm really worried that people are going to be really racist.
Oh
Like,
god.
there's going to be Yeah.
My friend is excited for the comment section on that video. My friend is excited for that.
The biggest thing I'm worried about is the response. I'm worried if people are going to be making a bunch of racist accents and start harassing people and telling them that. Yeah, I'm really scared on that end. But other than that, I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, I don't care about this episode at all. So I'm gonna I'm just gonna wait unexcitedly and just see what happens.
Yeah, but Lemon, what do you think about the episode?
I think it was a good cape shit fight.
Yeah, this might be recency bias, but I think this might be my favorite Marvel vs. DC fight this season. But only maybe because I still can't prefer Ant-Man versus Adam. But yeah, I enjoyed this.
I like Ant-Man versus Adam a lot, and I may have to like watch this a few more times just to give it like my proper score.
Yeah. But yeah, if there's anyone watching this and getting harassed on Discord or whatever because of the release date on YouTube for Bill vs. Discord, please let me know, and I'll tell the person who's being a dick, go fuck yourself.
I'll make sure to call you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if there are people out there that are gonna start shitting on you and making stupid accents like this and saying stuff like pyramid where's your giant where's your giant airplane you want to crash into buildings, falafel boy, I'm going to drown you in a barrel full of hibiscus tea.
Oh my gosh. The thing is that I hate people who just tell them to go after yourselves and stuff like that. I just hate it.
Yeah, but I'm really worried that the racism is going to ruin all my excitement for this episode. But I hope.
The thing is that I don't have any excitement for this episode. So even if that does happen, I'm probably not gonna care all at all.
Yeah, but one question is, what the hell am I going to use for My Little Pony for my every franchise video when season 10 ends? Because since Sliver is Discord's happening, I don't have anything else. Like, that's the only matchup I could have used, let alone like. So am I just going to use a shit matchup?
More than likely. I mean, I think there was like that one pony, that the evil pony versus like Virgil and stuff like that. I saw that one time.
I was gonna fun fact, I was gonna ask you, but you're not a brony because bronies are cringe and I'm a cringe brony, but yeah, good job on not being a brony.
Yeah. The feelings mutual.
Yeah, but I just hope that this replaces Undead vs. Dragonborn as my new number one this season, because like the big three matchups I think are gonna be my new favorite this season. While Undead vs. Dragonborn is gonna be number 4. Are this Spawn vs. Ghost Rider, because I'm still hopeful it happens, and the finale, which I think is gonna be Bowser vs. Eggman.
Hopefully, we're kind of overdue for some video game episodes.
Yeah, Bowser and Eggman need to come back. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and I really want like a Devil May Cry episode because I haven't had one of those in like a long time.
I think the Pentagram is most likely going to be Spawn vs. Ghost Rider, and I have more people think it's Killer vs. Masaka, but I think it's most likely the money sign. And besides, I think we're going to get a DMC episode next season.
What makes you say that?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, if you are getting harassed during a waiting period, let me know, anyone. But adios. So thanks for joining, Limit.
All right. Yeah.
Have a good.
Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Adios.